Right. Good evening, people. I am JR. I am the FR Gunner. I'm joined here by Lito and Maddix Jnr today. We're here to discuss Arsenal season so far. It's been a season of ups and downs. Definitely a roller coaster ride. Tell me, Lito, how do you feel about the season so far for Arsenal?
I think overall it's been a bit disappointing. But I see the vision. I'm buying into it. I have to. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm seeing certain things that are being done that weren't being done before, and you can only take that as a positive. So it's going to take a couple more seasons, I think. But there's been slight improvement. So hopefully, there's more to come, and then there's definitely something to look forward to. But overall, not been the greatest, to be fair.
Okay. And Maddix Jr., what's your thoughts?
So far, I think it's been bad. Like Leo said, it's been up and down. But like even going into the season, I thought we was going to do well, only because the back of FA Cup and Community Shield. I was excited, but yeah, it's a process. We still had loads of deadwood players still playing, and loads of bad energy in the change room. But then, like Leo said, it's a process, and the philosophy, you see it coming in the games we play.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's one of the things for me. I think on the back of last season, we'd won FA Cup, etc., and I think things were positive. And I was confident for this season as well, to be quite honest. I thought we were going to do things. I didn't think we were going to win the league or anything like that, but I thought in terms of competing within the top 5, at least, I thought we'd be consistent with it. It hasn't really worked out. We had that bad patch, I think, after the Man United match, to be quite honest. I think we went and won that. And then we in the Premiership, we lost 5 matches and drew 2 up to the match against Chelsea, I believe, where we obviously came back and we won that match. But there was a bad moment for us. And I think we didn't really recover from that period, from November the 1st to about the 26th of December. I think we were always on the back foot after that. But how do you feel about Arteta then? Maddix Jnr., we'll start with you, mate.
I like him, but at first, again, obviously he played for us, but no one's ever seen him coach a team by himself. It's his first team, like him by himself. Obviously, he's been under Pep, and everyone's saying he's good. Even as a captain, he was good, but I'm still sure. But now, the more I see, like I said, in the big games, he shows that he can get his team playing, and he's got a philosophy.
Yeah.
Part of the process, but it looks exciting. It just needs to be consistent.
Yeah. I mean, I was looking back at his stats. He's got a 54% win rate. He's drawn 13, I believe, and he's lost 20 matches. And that's out of 73 games that he's played so far. Been manager of Arsenal so far. Lito, does that change? How do you feel about Arteta so far?
Do you know what it is? I think obviously with him being one of our ex-players, it was kind of exciting to have him come in. Like I think, like Maddix was saying, he was under Pep, so he had a good role model up there. Yeah, good start. I think then it kind of went a bit pear-shaped, but then he seems to pull out the big wins every now and again, which is something we weren't doing before. Yeah, and I can only count that as a positive. Do you know what I mean? But I think overall, I'm not 100% sold on him yet, but I see the vision. I'm just hoping that once he has a few more things in place, he can pull it off, basically.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you both the question. Are you in favour of him more than having Emery as the manager?
100%.
100%. But do you know what? If we look at, so this is a similar period for when Emery lost his role as Arsenal manager. So obviously I said Arteta's win rate is 54% after 73 games. After 75 games, Emery's win percentage was 55%. Does that change?
It was similar. I know it was similar. Yeah, I knew it was similar. So I just think it's more, like I was saying, I think because he's one of our own. Yeah. And I'm not saying you should favourite him because of that, because I feel like whoever does your best job should have the job. Yeah. But I don't know, with Emery, it's just, something weren't quite there.
Yeah.
And I feel like the players weren't fully behind him. Do you get what I'm
100%.
saying?
Yeah, I agree with the fact that he did lose the players. I think there was a moment in this season where I think Arteta may have not lost the players, but they were slightly not too sure. There was that season where we weren't creating anything, to be quite honest. Sorry, that part of the season where we wasn't creating anything. Do you know what I'm saying? From after the Man United match till the Chelsea match, we wasn't really creating it. The football was boring. I never thought we were ever going to score it. I was watching, I was thinking, we ain't going to get a goal. I can't see where it's coming from. And this is us having Aubameyang, the likes of Aubameyang on the pitch, you know? So it was a worrying. But one thing I would say about Arteta in that time is, what I like about him is he has a plan. So he knew that creativity was an issue, you know, and that was at the beginning of the season. We were going to get, the guy from Lyon. We were going to get, exactly. And that was because of the situation with our creativity. He probably knew that Ozil wasn't the same guy, and he wasn't going to play him. So he had a plan, and it didn't quite work out. We didn't get Aurier, and so he had to kind of dig in and look within the team. And obviously, Emile Smith-Rowe, he came through for us, to be quite honest, at the right time. And it worked out. I thought that was a bit of luck for Arteta. Do you know what I'm saying? I think he had it sitting underneath his nose for a long time and he didn't realise. But I like the fact that he had a plan. And I think with Emery, like you said, he lost the team, to be quite honest. And I think Arteta, they trust in him. And he's done a few things this season that I can say, do you know what? He's a stand-up man for one. And he's a strong character. And I think in this position that he's in, you have to be a strong character, you know? So yeah, even though the stats are kind of leading towards Emery in a weird way, you know, I think Emery won 43 matches after this moment and Arteta's only won 40. I agree with both of you in the fact that I think Arteta is the right man. I am trusting in the process. There was a period in this season where I was like, do you know what? You guys probably see me say it. He's got to go. He's got to go. Do you know what I'm saying? There's a scene between November and December. I say it again, yeah. There's that period where I was thinking, do you know what? It's just not working. Whatever the reason is, it's just not working. But he changed it around. I mean, we got the likes of Ødegaard, etc., who have come in and done a great job, you know. And credit to Edu and Arteta for getting him in. But before we go to Ødegaard, let me ask you, who is each of you, who's your player of the season so far, would you say? I'll go to Maddix Jnr. first for this one. So far, yeah. Who's your guy that you kind of say, do you know what? It's not been a great season, but so far, you're the guy that I can say, I like what I see.
For what he does, I have to say Lacazette, you know, from the start of the season. Even when he hasn't played and he's come to play, he does the job and he does a lot for the team. Yeah, and I think because I noticed like no one really gives him the ratings he should get. Yeah, I agree. That's a good choice. You going for the same, Lito? Or you changing it?
Do you know what? Definitely agree with man. It's about Laka, because just his kind of overall play and what he gives to the team. Yeah. I feel like he gives a bit more than Oba, even though Oba bangs goals. Yeah. But I think player of the season for me so far, I gotta go Saka. The boy, he's just something else, man. My only thing is I just don't want him to get burnt out. Yeah. So I feel like we need to start taking our time with him and maybe rest him here and there. But yeah, the boy's amazing. He's what, 19? Like
I think he's about 19. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna have to agree with you. I think for me, Saka, I think Lacazette, I love what he's done so far. I agree with that. And I like his attitude as well, because, you know, sometimes you can see it on players' faces when they're not playing, they're not happy, so to speak. But every time he comes on, he gives 100%, and he always gives 100%. Do you know what I'm saying? He can always create something because he gives 100%. And I love that. But I have to agree with Lito. Go on.
No, I forgot. KT not too far behind, to be fair.
Yeah,
I think he's changed things up for us, man. Like when he don't play, when he don't play, bro, like things are different. Like the
I
work rate's got to be upped. So KT just behind.
But have you, even when you hear, when they do when you can hear what they're saying on the pitch, I don't know if you've seen any of those, and you hear what KT's saying, and you see his mentality and his attitude. I love that about him. But I'm gonna stick with Saka. And so far, I believe that, like you said, he's about 19. He scored 6 goals this season so far. He's had the most shots from any Arsenal player so far this season. That's more than Aubameyang and Lacazette with 55 shots. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and I think there was one thing from maybe the seasons before that was missing from Saka's game, and that was maybe shots on goal and actual goals as well. I still think he can improve on that. I mean, six goals is okay for a midfield, for a forward player, but he can get more. But like, 19-year-old boy, he's quality, bud. He's quality, I'm happy with him so far. I think I agree with you with the fact that I don't want him to be burnt out as well. I think that could be something that could potentially happen because we do rely on him so much. And the thing is with this guy, he'll play left back, he'll play right back. You know what I'm saying? He'll play left wing, he'll play right wing. Yeah. Like, he can do everything, and he's always determined. So and I think Arteta's realised that as well. I think he's kind of he's slowed down. Last few matches, he's kind of given a little bit of a rest. There's not always the need to play him. I think with the fact that we've got Emile Smith-Rowe and Ødegaard as well as options, I think that kind of helps Saka kind of get that, and Pepe as well, obviously, gives him the rest, and he needs that as well, man. Because I don't want to see this guy burn out. Who's been the most improved? So it's slightly different question. I'm gonna give you 5 more seconds to think about it, and I'm just gonna spring on you. I'm gonna go with Lito this time because he looks like he ain't thought about it.
I don't know. Do you know what? And this is gonna be controversial, yeah.
He's gonna say William.
But no way. Do you know what it is, yeah? Like I said, this is gonna be controversial. You see Xhaka, yeah. When Xhaka don't play for us sometimes, you notice the difference.
Big difference.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then when he plays and he does foolishness, we get on him. But you see, if Xhaka has a good game, he really has a good game. There's no in between. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if we count just when he's on form, I would say, I think because his turnaround from the Palace game where he walked off and then it was stripping him of the captaincy and all that, to go through that, come back, Arteta kept faith in him. He plays in literally every game.
Yeah.
There's been give him his due, there's been an improvement. There's definitely been improvement. And I think with Partey next to him, it's kind of elevated him a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it to him. I'm gonna give it to him. As long as he doesn't do the stupidness where he gives the ball away and the red cards and all that.
You know what's gonna happen against Liverpool now? He's gonna go on the pitch. No. He's gonna get sent off, and I'm gonna message you. So that's your.
He's gonna score a worldie.
That's your guy.
He's gonna score some 30-yard worldie.
Yeah, I think Xhaka, for me, he's like Marmite. You either love him or you. I don't know many people.
That's it.
Fair, that's a bit of a lie, but yeah, I agree. He lets himself down sometimes. I think he's a fiery temper, but I think that's part of his game, to be fair. If I'm honest with you, he's not my most improved, but I also do identify when he's not in the team, there's a difference. There's a big difference there. I fully do agree with that. Maddix Jnr. Most improved.
It's hard, isn't it?
I've got 2 names in my head. The one I'm going to go for from this season, I'm going to say Rob Holding,
Yeah?
Good one. Yeah,
okay, that's a surprise.
He would have been my next one.
Yeah. Why are you leaning for Rob?
He was good before he got injured, but then it got to a point where they were looking to sell him or send him out on loan. But then he got his head down, carried on working, and there was a part of the season he couldn't get dropped. He was just playing and he was doing everything right.
Yeah. No,
And
I hear you, man. He's.
a lot,
Do you know
man.
what? For Rob Holding, he's like Mr. Reliable for me. I kind of
Yeah.
feel. I think he's kind of proved that he's definitely a good squad player to have in the team. But also as well, when he steps in as for the first 11, I don't ever feel like, do you know what? I'm a bit worried.
never.
It's certain man when they step in, and I'm thinking, nah, is it gonna be? It's one of those days. You know what I'm saying? Is he gonna let me down or not? So yeah, no, that's a good shout. I think for me, for his acceleration into the first team, we've seen him kind of in and out, in and around the first team, but I feel Emile Smith-Rowe for his progression. I think before he was, it was pre-season friendlies with Wenger, etc., where he was about, but then he also went on loan, etc. But I think this is breakout season, to be quite honest, where we're kind of saying, do you know what, we need this guy. He's a good player, and he's worthy to be within this squad. And I think after that Chelsea match, I look at him sometimes and I kind of feel like, obviously we were looking at like the likes of Grealish. I'm not saying he's on that level yet, but he's a good player. Like the way he links up play, him and Saka, they've got a great telepathy with each other as well. I love that. So yeah, that's my guy. I kind of feel so that's good. We've all got different opinions. The most improved, but I like the Xhaka one. That was a brave one. I have to say that
it was very brave. But
very
you know what
brave.
it is? You got to give credit where it's due.
I agree. I fully
mean?
agree. But this certain man is like, you will back them to the end, and they'll let you down. Do you know? Everyone's got friends like that. It's like, no, that's my boy, yeah. But then they'll let you down and do something stupid. You can't vouch for them. It's one of the first ones still. But yeah, no, that's good. That was good. I like what you guys chose. All right. So who's been the most disappointing player this season? Yeah, there's been a couple of them. But Maddix Jnr, we'll start with you, bro.
I'm gonna say Bellerin.
Bellerin, yeah.
Bellerin. Like every time I see him start, I'm not confident.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, no, fair enough. Yeah, Bellerin. I think Bellerin's lost the love. If I'm honest with you, I don't know. It seems like a job for him now. When you go to work one day, it's a job for you, literally. Like, that passion of like you're a football player, you're playing for Arsenal. I kind of feel like for him personally, he may need a change.
100%.
For that reason. And he's still young as well. He's been young for the longest time, I swear. He's been young for the longest time, man. Well, Lito, who's your guy? Most disappointing?
You see, it's weird. It's going to be weird because of late he's been doing all right, but I'm going to go Willian.
Yeah?
I had high hopes because even when everyone was like, oh, yeah, we're getting all the Chelsea rejects and old boys and whatnot. But on his day, when Willian was on it, he was on it. So I thought, you know what? He's an older head. Yeah, he's won almost everything. Like he can come in, be a bit of an inspiration to some of the younger boys. Come in first game, got 2 assists. I was like, okay, he's going to do his bit. He's obviously going to be in and out of the team, but he can contribute something. And then, bruv, after that, nothing. It was literally 5-6 months. He didn't do nothing. Yeah, and then, granted, of late, he's been getting all the assists and that, but I just didn't see why Arteta kept picking him. Like I was like, you've got so many other players like Pepe weren't getting a look in. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, and then I just kept thinking he's persisting with this guy. Like he must be amazing in training or something. I don't know. He's seen something that we're not. So I apologize because he's been getting a few assists in the last couple games, but for me it was disappointing. Like those nearly half a year. I'm gonna have to go for Willian.
Well, wait, let's talk about those assists though. Those assists, sorry. He's our top assister in
that's what I'm saying.
He's crazy. He is the guy for that.
He's what? He's on about 5 or 6, right?
5, 5 at the moment. He got even a one when he set up Tierney against Benfica. Remember, we played and he got us back into the match. Vital. Do you know what I'm saying? Like he changed it around, and I think that's where his experience kind of came in, so to speak, in that type of match. We kind of needed him. We needed someone to step up, and he did that. But yeah, he's our top assister, you know. So
yeah, that's mad. In a mad season as well. Like, you got to think, in this crazy season, and that's the thing, he didn't do nothing for like 5 months because I counted it. So for him to still have the top assists, like that shows what kind of season we're having. Like,
no, fair enough. I think for me, I agree with you. Like, even though the stats show that, you know, he's our top assister, Willian's been disappointing. I think for me though, it's got to be Ceballos. I think.
Okay.
I think he's been really. I think for me personally, after the first season he had, I thought, you know what, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, and he's going to step up for next season because I see a player in him. But he's like one of those players. He's got that silky touch, but I'm still waiting him to go to that next level. And I think when we got Ødegaard, sorry, I kind of saw the levels. Like, it was like, right, this is not a top-notch Real Madrid loanee looks like, and this is what in comparison to Ceballos. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he has his moments. But it's like I still expected more from him. I'm still trying to establish what he adds to the team, so to speak.
Yeah, same.
So yeah, for me, he's been disappointing, man. He's been very disappointing. Right. So let's take a look at some of the Arsenal players where their contracts are due to expire shortly, or they're not even performing that well. I just want to get your thoughts on whether we should get rid or keep. So we're going to start off with Lacazette and Lito. What are you saying to me?
I'll say keep and give him another 12 months just in case.
Okay. And Maddix Jr.?
I'll say keep. Again, I'd say extend his contract. Just by what he does for the team and the performance he puts in, he doesn't get enough credit as he should, innit?
Yeah, no, 100%. I think he definitely always gives 100%. I think he's someone we can look to each time to kind of give us a performance when we have to dig deep. And for that reason, I wish to keep him, to be quite honest. I know he doesn't really get as many goals as I would hope him to. But at the same time, his contribution to the team is second to none. So yeah, definitely keep Lacazette. Mr. Nicolas Pepe, Maddix Jr., what's your thoughts on Pepe?
He's a guy, obviously when he came on a big fee. So already everyone's expecting him to do bits, but that's a lot of pressure and it's a new league. It's completely different to League One. So I'll say keep, because right now he's getting a run of games and he's showing what he can actually do. He just needs to carry on playing. Let's do him, like, play and be confident and comfortable. That's all he needs.
Yeah. No, fair enough. I mean, but this goes for you firstly. Let's get your thoughts.
I'm same as Maddix, to be fair. I think he just needs a good run. He seems like a confidence player to me, and you can see what he can do when he does bang a few goals, or he gets an assist, or he gets like consecutive games. So definitely keep. And I think just more games, maybe a bit more trust, and hopefully we see the real Pepe turn up.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think, like you said, a bit more trust. I think Arteta is starting to trust him. I think at the beginning, Arteta didn't really trust him, if I'm honest with you. And I kind of understood why. But I think Pepe since then has kind of added more to his game. He's a lot more determined. He's someone who can get the goal. I was someone who did say for a long time, do you know what, 72 million, whatever it was, get rid of him, even if we can get a little 40 million for him. I didn't know where he was going to go, but I just wanted him to go. But to be fair, he's really stepped up. I think the emergence of Saka has allowed Pepe to see, do you know what, if I want to be first team in this squad, I've got to step it up. So I think he's doing that, to be fair. And I also think him playing in front of Bellerin was a bit of a hindrance. So yeah, we'll see. I'll give him more time. Definitely. Okay, the top assister, the man himself, Willian, Lito, we're going to come to you. How do you feel? Keep, get rid?
Nah, yeah, let's send him on his way, man. Like whatever they thought would happen hasn't happened. I mean, yes, again, like you said, top assister, but I'm sure if a space is made and the right kind of purchases are made, also someone can definitely step into his shoes or into that spot, should I say, not even his shoes. So yeah, I'd let him go, to be fair.
Were you someone who kind of wanted him to come at the beginning? You know, when we
Do you know what?
Yeah,
not so much wanted him to come, but when I heard that it was a possibility, I thought, do you know what? Good experience. He's won it all.
Yeah.
And on his day, he's kind of unbeatable. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to be fair, I was expecting Nat Willian to come.
Yeah.
But obviously that didn't happen. And then, you know, he came, got the 2 assists in the Fulham game. So I was like, okay, cool. But I knew he'd be in and out of the team due to his age. But then 5 months went past and he did nothing. So it was like, oh mate, this is a big flop. So I think let him help us to win the Europa and then send him on his way, man.
Okay. Maddix Jnr, what's your thoughts, man?
I'll get rid. It's not the same Willian as before. Like, going from Chelsea, he done well. He's played every game for them. To us, he doesn't really bring nothing to us. Okay, he's our top assister, but he doesn't really. If he doesn't play, no one's bothered.
Yeah.
Not to be rude or anything, but he doesn't bring much to us. So there's other players that can play there. There's Pepe, there's Martinelli, there's other players that should get a chance to be starting over him.
Yeah. And it goes back to the fact what you were saying. You're right. He doesn't seem like, he's 5 assists, but he doesn't seem like the same William, you know. And I think we keep on doing that. We keep on buying these Man United and Chelsea ex-players, and they're done. They're not the same. Do you know what I'm saying? And I feel for the salary that he has got, you know, he's one of our top paid players. We can't afford to be having players that are half decent, you know. For that type of money he's getting, he should be doing a lot more.
True.
And if I also as well, you know, I see a man come into the squads, he's on 200k or whatever, and I'm Saka. And I know Saka, he doesn't seem like that type of character, if I'm honest with you. But in the back of my head, I'm thinking, listen, I'm on my little 20, 30 bags. And he's on 200 bags, and he's on the bench. And I'm on the pitch. Do you know what I'm saying? Making things happen consistently throughout the season. You know, he's got to be doing more for the salary he's getting. So what about Bellerin, Maddix Jr.? What are you saying?
He can go. He can go.
He can go, yeah.
When PSG wanted him, I thought he can go. Like he can go straight away. Because again, he don't bring nothing to our team. Like he's been at Arsenal for how long?
That's harsh. That's harsh. That's a bit harsh. He don't bring nothing to the team. He don't bring nothing.
To be rude, he was when he was younger. He's still young, but when he was younger, he was the player I wanted.
Yeah.
But now it's just like he can't really cross. His position is not good. I think we need another right back, just as good as KT, or they're doing the same thing. Bellerin doesn't do the same thing.
Yeah. No, fair enough. Lito, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I just think his time at Arsenal's done, to be fair. I don't think he's done as a player. I just think he's served his time here now. And me personally, I prefer Cedric. So
100%.
I think it's time for him to go, man. Definitely.
And to be fair, when they said they're bringing him Cedric, I was like, are they for real? Like, does Arteta understand the levels of like managing Arsenal? But to be fair, Cedric's came in and he's been quality. Even the other day for international duty, you know, he set up the goal for Jota. So or had a hand in it. But yeah, for me, Bellerin, I still think there's a quality player in Bellerin. You know, but I do feel that he needs a change for himself. I think he's he definitely needs a change. I think he's lost love of playing for maybe Arsenal. I don't know if it's football, but I think he's you know, that passion. I don't think he's got it no more. When you hear KT talking on the pitch and the passion he's got, and he wants to win, you know. With Bellerin, I don't know. I think it's not there. I can't really see it, if I'm honest with you. So, and I also think he's a player that we could get a bit of money for. So I think for that reason, Kroenke, he's not, like I said, he's not gonna go into his back pocket. So let's get that money for him. This one, all right. Most improved player of the season. We're going to go to Lito first. Got it, Xhaka. What are we saying? I mean, this guy, he does cut. He cuts the fan base. The fan base is like, some people want him to stay. Some people like him. Sorry, some people don't really like Xhaka. Some people like to blame him. What's your decision then? Are we keeping him?
Yeah, Xhaka's not going anywhere. I know that for a fact. He ain't going nowhere. I don't see maybe new terms or maybe an extension on the deal. But I think he's good definitely for the next season. Like Arteta sees him as part of his plan. He trusts him. He seems like he's one of the more kind of senior players that he trusts. 100%. So Granit ain't getting nowhere for now.
Okay. Maddix Jnr, what are you saying to me?
I'll keep him, man.
You keeping him, yeah?
There's a lot for like we were saying earlier. He does a lot for the team, and when he doesn't play, there's no transition from defense to attack.
Yeah. I like his link-up play with Thomas Partey. I thought they've kind of gelled well together. I've seen rumours of us going for that, potentially the Real Betis player, Rodriguez. But he's going to cost like 68 million, they're talking, you know.
Right.
It's not happening. So, I mean, for Xhaka, I see what he does. I mean, he's got the most passes this season for Arsenal, which doesn't really mean much, so to speak. But he does make things happen. He's one of those players, like I think someone was saying before, that when he's not playing, that's when you really see what Xhaka does. Like, you really miss him. And for that reason, I think he's definitely a crucial member of our team. So I would keep him as well, to be fair. What about I can't even say his name, Kolasinac. What are you saying for him? Like, would you? It's obviously, it looks like I think that's done now, isn't it? He's gone, isn't he? That's gone. Yeah. You know, I mean, I was surprised to see that his actual contract ends in 2022, but I forgot he's on loan now. But if Schalke don't want him, then he needs to sort himself out, you know. He needs to find somewhere. So that's good. What about Torreira, though? For me personally, I've kind of felt that Torreira, I thought Torreira got messed up by Emery. Emery started playing it in some different positions. I didn't think he was the right positioning for him. But he was like that little terrier that was at your legs, like getting the ball off you. Yes, we have got El Nene to kind of do that type of job, but I kind of felt sorry for the guy. But what do you think, Lito? Go
on. I agree with the Emery point that you made, but I think he can go. You know, I think I just don't see where he fits in the team. Like the player that I thought he was gonna be coming into the team, he wasn't, and obviously he's not a DM. But like you said, he's a rattler, and he gets around, he breaks up the play. But I can't see a future for him at the club. I think he's a decent player. Don't get me wrong. I do think he's a decent player. But I think with the new project and probably some of the people that they have in mind that they want to go after, he doesn't have a future, and we can get a decent amount of money for him, I think.
Yes, that's real facts. That's real facts. I think the money factor, you know, how old is he? 20, 25, 26.
He's quite young still.
Yeah, he's young. Let's get that money for him, to be quite honest. What we say, Maddix Jnr, is it get rid? Is it keep?
I'll keep him, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. With Torreira, some people say he's not a DM, but he does the dog work. He does the dirty.
Yeah.
And I think he's still young. He's probably you can say too small, but going for next season, look how many times Partey's been injured this season. No one's come in to do that same job.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to compare them, but it'd be good to have him as a squad player so Partey can rest some games and he can play and just do the dirty work.
You know what? I don't know. I think I would maybe play him and Partey together if I was to keep him. I don't think that he can't do. He's not Partey. He can't do what Partey kind of does.
I can't.
But you know what? What am I talking about? I will get rid of him. I ain't gonna lie, because see that money, like I said, Koke he's not getting in his back pocket. Let's get the money for him. He's at a good age, you know. I don't think Arteta sees him as part of his project, you know. So for that reason, he's got to go. The funny thing with Torreira is, like, for the type of player he is, have you seen him? Like, he's about 5'3". Like, the guy's tiny.
he's
It's
tiny,
like,
man.
if you saw
Tiny.
him and you looked at him, you'll be like, nah, this guy, what? He's gonna mark me off the pitch. Like, he's not gonna get me. Well, he's a terrier, you know. He does a good job for his height, etc. He's a quality baller, and I think it can work out elsewhere for him. But I just don't feel at Arsenal that we actually need him. And let's get the money. David Luiz, we say him. Maddix Jnr.
I'll keep. I've already seen talks of him giving another 1-year extension.
Yeah.
And after that, they want to make him a coach. He's improved a lot this season on the pitch. Yeah. I just think what he helps with the players around him, even off the pitch, the other centre backs or the defenders, and even the younger people coming up, he's needed in the dressing room.
Yeah. I've seen him on the pitch as well. Like, he's very vocal. He leads by example. For me, I don't know if I'd keep him, you know. The only reason is sometimes he's one off for the Chuckle Brothers, as I've said on many occasions. Like, there's a mistake in him. If it's not him, it's a Xhaka. But Luiz, I don't know. I've kind of feel we've got Holding, we've got Gabriel. I like Chambers. Like, not many people like Chambers, but I do like Chambers. We've got Pablo Marie as well. Luiz, I don't know. I'm not sure. If to be quite honest, get rid of him. For me, just get rid of him. Get rid of him. What do you say, Lito, though?
I think if he's willing to take less of a role, I'd keep him another season.
Okay.
I think his experience, as much as he got a mistake in him, I think his experience, he's vocal, he can kind of galvanize the players. And from what we kind of see and read, the squad look up to him. So he's got a good presence within the changing room and stuff. Yeah. So another 12 months, and then I'm not sure about the coaching role though.
That's a madness.
But I say for now, keep.
Okay, and I think with Maddix Jnr. mentioning the coaching role, I think that scared me. And I thought, nah. This guy is not coaching my team.
That's what is a bit.
But saying that, he's got a lot of experience. He could be, because he has got a lot of experience. And do you know what as well? I realized that it doesn't matter what footballer you were as a player, but it doesn't make you a good coach. We've seen that the best players, you know, Roy Keane and Thierry Henry should be the best coaches out there. Do you know, if that was the case? But they're not. So yeah, he could be a good coach, to be fair. Edward Nketiah. Eddie. For me, he's got to go, man. I love his enthusiasm. I love the way he kind of pushes it forward. He always looks for the goal. He always wants the ball, but he's not good enough for Arsenal, man. And I think he's been given enough time to actually do it. I'd want to see, even though his record in the under-23s is better, I would want to see Balogun get more of an opportunity in our first team than Eddie. I think Eddie, I kind of know the level that you're at, Eddie, and I think you're decent for maybe another Premiership team or maybe a top Championship team. I don't know, but for us, nah. I want to see Martinelli coming through, if I'm honest with you. So yeah, he's got to go. He's got to go. And get me at least 20 million with that as well. Respect to him though. I like his enthusiasm, but nah. All right, Lito, what's your thoughts though? Have I been too harsh?
Yeah, no, I think Eddie can be a great player somewhere else.
Great player.
And I'm not being harsh, and I think he's a good player. I just can't see it happening for him.
Yeah.
At Arsenal. And also I think with a lot of the young players that are in bigger clubs, I feel like sometimes they hold on too long because, you know, they're used to being with that name. Do you get what I'm saying? When they could just go, maybe drop down the league and then just get their head down, grind, and then who knows what they could achieve. Do you get what I'm saying? But yeah, for me, Eddie, go be great somewhere else.
What are you saying to me, Maddix Jnr?
I agree with Leo. But look, he's 21.
There's a but.
There's a but. He's 21. There's still time for improvement. I don't think he can be our star guy. But he can extend his contract and send him out on loan.
Yeah. Okay, I'm with that. Yeah, I think. Yeah, go get some experience. Yeah.
I'm not with that. You know, I think I've seen enough to know that you can definitely improve, but not to the level that I want from Arsenal. And I just think you gotta go big man. El Nene, like the comeback king. Everyone thought he was dead and buried. Thought we get a little 8 million for him or whatever. Then my man's in the first team right now, you know. So I think El Nene. I like El Nene. I think he always gives 100%. He's an honest person on that pitch. He doesn't offer much. It's more kind of, he kind of does what I thought Torreira was meant to do type of thing. But I think he's got more stature in terms of his height, etc. Just looks like a stronger being in that center of the pitch to kind of do the dirty work. He does go sideways. I don't really like that about him. He doesn't really offer a threat going forward. Apart from he does score worldies. We've seen it. But yeah, do you know what? I think he's done well for me. He's done better than I thought. And I would, for that reason, I would keep him in the squad. I'd keep him in the squad. Everyone's looking at me like I'm crazy. So I'm gonna let you guys speak. So Lito, tell me, am I crazy?
Nah, not really. I think do you know what? El Nene for me is similar, not player-wise, but in terms of how I feel about him to Gervinho. Like, I liked Gervinho.
Yeah, same.
Like, he was a bit headless. Yeah. Didn't really have much end product, but I loved the Energizer Bunny. He loved the club. I loved the enthusiasm.
100%.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, if he weren't playing, he was cool. He didn't make no noise. But when he came on, he gave his all. And that's exactly how I feel about El Nene.
Yeah.
But again, going back to the project and how we're looking to move forward and Arteta assembling his own team, because like I said, he's inherited a lot of players from past managers. I don't know if we can just have him kind of sitting there on the bench and then coming on every now and again, when if we could get decent money for him, that could be invested in someone else.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I would let him go if a good offer came.
He's good, yeah. He's good. Do you know what? The only thing I would say with what you said is I don't think we'll get decent money for him. I just think he's telling you, I don't think if it's, I don't know, would you take more than
we could get a good 10 for him. He's what, 2022?
Yeah, 10,
a good 10.
Yeah. All right, fair enough. So. Yeah. You know, every million counts, to be fair. I'm going on that. This is small money. So if we get 10 million from him, I would definitely consider it to take the money. And I agree with you. I didn't think that I don't think Arteta thought he was going to be in his kind of ideas, but it kind of worked out for him somehow. Man just was made low under the radar and then just stuck up, and then he's now part of first team squad. So Maddix Jnr, what are you saying to me then?
And then I'm on the fence. He's not a start for me. Like I said, if he starts or if he doesn't start, I'm not too bothered. But he does do a job. He gives it his all. He'll be a good squad player. But like you said, if the money comes in, then I wouldn't feel away if he went.
Fair enough. Okay, so it's like touch and go. That's fair enough. Right, we're gonna wish for a couple of them now. So Callum Chambers, Matteo, Guendouzi, and Maitland-Niles. So for me personally, Callum, I've said it already, I would keep him. I think he had one standout season and then he got injured, and then a long-term injury. And I kind of think we didn't respect his source. I don't feel. I think Callum's he's a decent player, but I don't think he's really respected. We played the other day against West Ham. I think he was man of the match.
Yeah, man of the match for me.
Yeah. And he done well. So I definitely would. I think he deserves a chance, man. I like what he does. He's English player as well. You know, he's right back. He can fit on the right side as well of defense. I would keep and midfield as well. So I would definitely keep him. Guendouzi, sorry. Nah, I don't like his attitude. It seems like everywhere he goes, that he's got something. Nah. He looks like a quiet guy with that log hair, yeah. But he's trouble. It's always the way. He's trouble. Like he seems like, I don't know, when he's gone out to Germany. Is it Hertha Berlin? He's up.
Yeah.
You know, there's speculation, only speculation that he's causing rumblings within their squad. The other day, he's not even playing first team for them. I would expect him to be playing first team for them, to be quite honest. I mean, he's coming on and off as a sub. But I thought right now, and he started off playing, to be fair. So I thought he would be kind of a bit more advanced in his position for them. So I think he's a player at his age. You know, he's only 21. Get some money for him, to be quite honest. I don't think Arteta likes his attitude around the squad. So I would keep Callum, get rid of Guendouzi, sorry. Maitland-Niles, I'll keep him, man. I'll keep him. I've got a soft spot for this player. He's come through the youth ranks. He's English again as well. You need to relax though. You're not a midfielder. No, you're wrong, big man. I like. He's versatile, so I like that about him. And he does a job. You know, he's got a few mistakes in him sometimes, but I would keep him. I would definitely keep him. Lito, tell me about those 3 players for you.
So Callum, I'm keeping. I think done extremely well to come back from injury.
Tough injury.
And I think he deserves a go, to be honest. It's going to be hard to fit him in.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think try and work something. He deserves that at least, I think. So keeping Callum. Do you know what? I like Guendouzi, you know. I don't like his attitude, but I like the way that he always used to drive the game forward.
Yeah.
That's what I liked about him. Do you get what I'm saying?
Fire in his belly
he
as well.
He was vocal. He did kind of G people up. Maybe it was in the wrong way sometimes.
Yeah.
But he had that about him. So I don't know. I think maybe get him back, assess him, and then kind of lay out to him, look, this is what we want from you. This is what we're looking to do. Are you willing to put in the work? And get with that, and just see what he's saying in it. So you know, he's got a few years left. Or is it? Okay. How long's he got left? Yeah, he's got a few years left.
Yeah,
so
years.
Yeah, I'd keep him, but we need to maybe assess where he's at. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then Ainsley stays for me, man. I like Ainsley. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
But realistically, I think he's gonna go.
I think so as well. You know, that may be the situation. I feel because I don't see where he fits into. You've got so many players in the positions he's trying to get into. It's going to be difficult for him, and he's not really a left-sided player. So it's like we tried that, it's not working. So yeah, I agree with that. Maddix Jnr, tell me, what's your thoughts on those 3 players?
Chambers, I'll keep. I think, like you both said, he's done really well to come back from injury, and even before injury, he was doing very well. He done the job, and his distribution is very good as well. So I'll keep.
Yeah.
Mateo, I agree with Leo. It's just his attitude is not good, but you can see he has the quality. So I'll keep him again. Assess the situation. The only down I don't like is sometimes when he has the ball, he slows plays down too much.
Yeah.
But again, he's still young, so he can still learn a lot. But I'll assess the situation. But if a big money come in, we're gonna take it. Like
yeah.
Right. So
with Maitland now, he's not wing back. We play him there, but he doesn't want to play there. So for that reason alone, I think he has to go. Like he's not sending him in, and the players we got in front of him, he's not getting over.
Yeah.
And that's the only bad thing of being so versatile. You don't cement your spot in one position, like how Oxlade-Chamberlain was. So you can go somewhere else and have a go there, man. Yeah,
he's English as well. He's an England international or around there. So we may get a bit of change for him. But at the end of the day, we kind of need the money. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah. All right. It's a simple one for these ones for Renaissance, sorry. this guy's name always does me in. Mavropanos. Yeah, Mavropanos. Mavropanos. Yeah. Joe Willock, Ceballos, and Reece Nelson. I'm going to say, obviously, Runnison. Nah, come on. It's not even worth discussing him. You've got to go, mate. Joking. Mavropanos, I personally feel like he's doing well at Stuttgart, but let's get the money for him. I don't think we need another defender in that position. And also as well, I'm worried about his injury record. I think he's injury prone. Joe Willock. Joe. I think it's a weird one, but I would give Joe another chance. And I know he hasn't been great. I know. But Joe is another player who's come through the ranks as well. And he hasn't done great, but I would like to see him. I would keep him. So Ceballos, I think you've got to go, mate. I think this is your second season. You got to go. I think you've tried. And Reece Nelson. Reece, you got to go, big man. I feel sorry for him, but it's not really working out for him. And I really thought he should have gone on loan, to be quite honest, at least in a January window, because we're not giving him the opportunity. So, yeah, for that reason, I kind of feel Reece he's a decent player. Don't get it twisted. And I like he gives his heart, but nah. I think in his position, we've got options. So he would have to go. And I would like to keep Ødegaard as well. So, yeah. And we're gonna talk about that after. But just give me Lito. Just give me for those final players. Just a simple keep, get rid, etc.
All right, cool. So Runnison, keep, but send on loan.
Yeah.
Mavropanos, whatever his damn name is.
Yeah.
Sell, get rid.
Okay. So
Joe Willock. Yeah, Joe Willock, keep, send on loan again.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Ceballos, I will drive him to the airport myself so he can go. And Reece, I say keep, but send on loan.
Okay. Yeah. Friend, he can definitely grow. So definitely, Maddix Jnr. Tell me for those final players.
Ronaldo, from what I've seen, I'm gonna say go, man. Just from what I've seen alone.
He's done out here.
Yeah. Mavropanos, Konstantinos. Yeah, I'll say. I'll keep him. You know, I'll keep him.
Is it? A couple people have said that. To be fair, a couple people have said that.
Like he said, his injury record's not good, but I'll still keep him, man.
Yeah, fair enough.
Willock, he's got to go, man.
Yeah.
The position he wants to play as well, we've got better players.
Yeah.
He's got to go. Ceballos, at first he's sometimes he's had good games, but it's just not consistent enough. So he can go back to Madrid. And Reece, I'll send on loan.
Okay.
Yeah. Let him have a full season on loan.
Okay. No, fair enough. Finally, what I just want to bring up one player that we haven't really talked about, which was Ødegaard. I just want to have our quick thoughts. I mean, for me, he's coming to his own. I would want to keep him if we had the opportunity. I don't know how you guys feel about it. If that's a player you'd want to keep. The only problem is I don't think we'll have the opportunity. I think if not, I'd get another loan. But if not, they're looking at options. B would be Buendia. I've heard again. I don't know if that's just newspaper talk. Also, what's his name? Nabil. Was it Nabil?
Oh, Fekir.
Yeah. The one who's going to go to Liverpool. I was hearing that talk today. 26. I'm playing for Real Betis at the moment. Decent season. I think he's had 5 assists so far after 25 games, which is all right. But you know that our own Williams doing that at the moment. So yeah, and his injury record for me hasn't been the best. But I mean, what do you think about those two other options? What's your thoughts on Ødegaard? Just let me know. Let's start off with Maddix Jnr.
With Ødegaard, I knew the type of player he was, but then I didn't know he'll settle so quick and be performing how he's performing now. And like every game, he's just getting better. He's very tidy.
Yeah.
And don't get me, everyone was complaining when he's starting the number 10 position and Emil's on the wing. But you can see with Martin, it's like choice of passing alone and his movement is just unbelievable. And it shows the players around him are starting to trust him more and give him the ball. When he's asking for it, they give him the ball, give him the ball. Like, look at the West
and
Ham
he's
game.
asking for it. He's asking for it. I like that. Yeah.
And even the West Ham game, he played very well, man.
Yeah. If we didn't have the opportunity to keep Ødegaard, do you like the sound of Buendia? I mean, you guys were the guys who told me about Buendia. Like, I didn't really know about him. When he was in the Premiership, I didn't even know he was playing in the Premiership.
He was one of their good players. Norwich
was one of their good players, yeah?
Him and Cantwell.
Fair enough. Well, do you like the sound of Buendia or Fekir?
Fekir, yes, but again, he's very injury prone. Like, but he's still a very good player.
Yeah.
But I think with Martin, it's a possibility, but it depends on Zidane. That's what it's down to.
Yeah. No, fair enough. Lito, let me know.
Yeah, I obviously Ødegaard, from what I've seen in this say half a season.
Yeah.
A lot of players don't kind of get fully going. Do you know what I'm saying? And we don't really get to see enough of them. But from the glimpse that I've seen of him, I'd 100% want him to stay. Whether he does, like actually transferring to us from Real, that is a whole nother debacle to come in the summer, I think.
Yeah.
I would take another loan if we can't get a deal done, definitely. Because from what I'm seeing and reading and stuff, he's saying that he likes the vision, he likes the sound of the project, he rates Arteta and he's comfortable. So and that's showing in his display. So yeah, definitely try and get him. Either whether it's permanently or another loan, and then we can maybe work on it a bit later. Buendia, I've been watching him, to be fair, in the champ, and it's weird because this time around, whereas when they were in the champ in the Prem before, it was Cantwell was the one that was getting
that's the guy I remember.
And Buendia was more kind of the backup dancer. And it's a bit, the roles are reversed this time. So where Buendia, is banging goals, assists, he's doing really well. They're definitely coming back up, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So in terms of Buendia, if Norwich were to come up, I think it'd definitely be a bit harder to get him. If that was maybe plan B. In terms of Fekir, I would say nah. I mean, the rumours of the knee that messed up the Liverpool transfer, even though they said there was nothing wrong with him, but I've just not heard enough. So I don't want to take a risk on a player that is potentially going to do well. Do you know what I mean? Cool. But I'll take Buendia, but definitely Ødegaard first choice.
Okay, all right, well, guys, we're gonna have to wrap it up now. So I'm just gonna get you off literally in 2 words. What would a positive season be for you, Maddix Jr.?
Europa.
Yeah.
Winning Europa, man.
Lito.
Yeah, Europa champions, mate. Yeah, definitely.
Cool. We're gonna leave it there. It'll be exactly the same for me, guys. Thank you for coming on today. Until next time, stay cool. Enjoy the rest of your week. And have a good weekend, man.
You too, man.
Thank you for coming on today. All right,
no problem, man.